Okay, hi. So I've got a client here with me today that's just finished her sessions of the anxiety program, and she's agreed to explain how it's benefited her. So, first of all, what made you decide to book in with me?
I'd had a good review from one of my friends. I'd met her for coffee, and she's known me for quite a while now, and she knows um, what I'm like, and she knows that I have been trying to help myself and not really getting there with it. And just through conversation, she actually turned around and said to me, "Have you tried hypnotherapy?"
Okay.
So I said, "Well, no." And then she told me an example, and she told me about yourself. And I listened. I did ask her, I said, do you think it helped? Do you think it worked? And she said for her and what she came to you over it, it did really help her. So at that point, I thought, well, what have I got to lose? I might as well try.
Okay. And what was happening for you in your life at the time that you decided to book in?
I had just come out of a really bad relationship, which I chose to end. But I found afterwards that I just wasn't coping with my thoughts, and I was overthinking, and the anxiety that I know now that I have got was just taking over me. It's like I just had no control of anything, really, anything that I was doing. So I was in a really bad way.
And had you tried to fix it in any other way before you came to see me?
The only thing that I had done in the past was go to my doctor. Whenever I felt my anxiety kicking in, I would go and say to the doctor, I feel it, this is what I'm doing, this is what's happening. And as well, I didn't want it to affect the relationship that I was in or relationships going forward. So the doctor would prescribe some kind of medication, which at the time it would help. You do find yourself on it. It does make you worse before you see any good effects from it. And I can definitely see in me that it did make me worse for a few weeks, and then things just started to get better. But I do feel with that it stops. It makes, whereas I've normally got quite a lot of energy and I've got to get up and go and I like to go running and I'm quite sociable, I find that it brings not my personality as such, but myself and my energy's lowered. So I don't feel so much I've got to get up and go to go for a run or to take control even of, what I'm eating. So as much as it does ease my anxiety, there's side effects with it, whereas actually it makes me not as active as I normally am. And I find that when I come off the medication, I'd say it's a short-term fix for when your anxiety's up there. It does definitely bring it down, but I don't think for me long-term medication is for me, because I just want to get myself back to being me.
Okay. And what were your thoughts about hypnosis before you came to see me?
I didn't really know. The only things I knew about was what you see on the TV, where they click their fingers and you fall asleep. And they get you to do things, which I knew you weren't going to get me to run around like a chicken or anything like that. But my experience of what would happen, I suppose, is completely different to what it is actually like. I wouldn't say I was scared of it. I was more intrigued, because I will try anything really, but I didn't know, what it actually was.
And so, how would you describe the entire experience with me?
I've really enjoyed it. I look forward to coming here every session, and the things that I get out of it, I do put into practice every day. Even if there's one day that I maybe have, not done something, then I'll get myself back on track the next day. So I'm definitely putting things into practice, and I do see a change in me, um, for the better, definitely.
So, it's been a good experience here.
Yeah, no, it definitely has. I'm quite sad that it's like the end of my sessions, definitely.
Okay. So, when you think about your life now going forward, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to really having a little bit more control over my thoughts, my feelings, and just myself. Definitely. And knowing that sometimes you know the things that you have to do to make yourself better, but you never really do it, or you do it for a week and then you slip back into old bad habits, and that is the problem. It's the bad habits that you get into. And I think now from coming here, I know the good habits that I need to keep doing and going forward with. So yeah, I definitely think I will deal and cope with things a lot better, or I'll just take a step back and, think, well, actually, what is actually going on? I think my future does look a lot better because I now know the things that I should be doing and the things, that I should kind of just leave behind.
And have you enjoyed the way that the hypnosis has made you feel and look at your life, and the sort of underlining changes that have been made through the subconscious mind?
Yeah, no, I have really enjoyed it, and I can definitely see the changes that it has made within me. Like, definitely, even like people that see me and people that I meet up with, they see the change in me as well. And I speak really like positive about the whole experience, and I would recommend it to anyone, anyone that's like wondering, what it's like, or anyone that's got something that they can't really get to the bottom of, or it keeps like reoccurring. I definitely think this is something to try.
Okay, so what would you say to people that are putting off fixing their problems and, are scared of coming to somebody like myself?
Well, I think there's nothing to be scared of. I think you should more be scared that if it's more that things will continue being that way with you if you don't do something, whatever it is. Nothing will change unless you change it, and you have to be willing and wanting to change it. Because I think with me, I'm in a position now that I did really want to change how things were going, and I could see the things that was happening, but I was at the right time for me to want to do things, So I think that there isn't nothing to be scared of, because at the end of the day, you're better in yourself, so it's only going to be good that comes out of it.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and hopefully other people will benefit from your little testimonial.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Hopefully.